And we're on stream.
Yay!
Also, no, nice new icon.
Thanks, dude. Can you read what it says? I wasn't sure.
I can see that there's writing on it, but it's too small.
Ah, damn it. I'll try to enlarge it. It says, "Show me the money."
What is mine?
That's amazing. So, welcome everybody to another round of Everyone is John. For those who weren't here last time, the conceit of this game is that everybody who's here is playing John, a critically insane man from Milwaukee, who is also critically unskilled at everything. But thankfully, each voice, represented by our players, Ghost, Yoshida, Anono, and Rainiel today, brings a skill with them, and brings two skills with them. And each of them has goals to fulfill. Normally, in John, it's one goal at a time. For a bit of an upset with the rules, because I like messing with rule slide systems and seeing how different things affect it. Everyone has 3 goals this time, one for each difficulty rank. We'll see how that works out. Okay. Before we begin, last time we all decided something about John, something he owns, something he wears, something about his looks. This time will be different. Everybody roll me a d20, please.
Oh, I already thought of something special for John.
Yeah, that's what you get. You get surprised.
Damn it!
Rainiel, the lucky one
Okay.
again.
Great.
Rainiel, you may decide something about John's past, namely his days in kindergarten.
He once brought a katana to school and then he got
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
What happened when he brought the katana?
And he probably got kicked out or something. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay, in kindergarten, John jacked his dad's katana and brought it to school with him.
I- fucking, like, there's 2 things that bother me about this already. First of all, why does his dad have a katana? And
Because his dad is a
Hey.
weeb.
like, yeah, that's the question here. Where did his dad get the katana from? Did he like buy it from like a Hot Topic or something?
We
Uh,
don't know.
Other thing is, like, if I remember kindergarten correctly, like, they tell you that you're not allowed to like bring butter knives and shit. Like,
Nope.
a
Anyway,
fucking
no. Moving on from kindergarten to high school. No, it's elementary school first. Sorry, to elementary school. What happened to John, or what did John do during elementary school?
Let me think real quick. During elementary school, John found a used condom and thought it was a water balloon.
Oh boy.
oh,
And that
this-
incident
this water
obviously
tastes-
affected his psyche so much that he developed multiple personality disorder.
This
Alrighty.
this water tastes funny.
Yash, you get to decide an event in John's past during his high school days.
John fought with his physics teacher
He fought with his physics teacher. Why did he fight with his physics teacher?
because he felt like it.
Did he win?
Violent tendencies.
Like, I was
are
gonna
John.
ask, like, just angry yelling fighting or hand-to-hand combat fighting.
Hand to hand.
Nice.
Oh boy. So John's had a rocky childhood, but probably everything got better when he got to college, right, Ghost?
Oh man.
First, you get a bonus question. What was John's major?
Ooh, as only an insane person would. John probably tried to go into the sciences.
So he had a STEM major.
Let's just say John tried majoring in biochemistry.
Okay. And what
and-
significant event happened during the college days?
During his college days, he was mostly trying to live life the best he could, with his obvious several handicaps. But trying to get a job one day, he found that he somehow enraged people of the, I'm gonna say, socially active part of college. You know the one. And suddenly, there was just a whole bunch of communist-inclined individuals really mad at him, and they spray painted parts of his college dorm, and they broke in and spray painted part of his dorm, and he's like, yeah, it was just a rough weekend for him, because
So
people
John
just kind of kept spitting at him when he was
John caused communist riots at his college.
or what could have been something that made him really mad. John openly supported capitalism somehow. I just realized that I'm talking about him meeting my player character in the other campaign.
I was just
No,
about to say.
No, he wouldn't do that. My precious green child would not do this. No, he. Oh no. Okay, let's make this modern. Let's make this spicy. John misgendered someone. He used the wrong pronoun because he just straight up didn't really know, and so yeah, he got spat on a whole bunch, and people just kicked down his college dorm door and spray painted his room, and it made him sad, and he cried by himself. The end.
Alrighty. And as a bit of a repeat from last time, those who weren't there, last time we decided things about John's appearance and such, and we found out he is super buff. He wears clothes that are about 2 sizes too small to make his buffness stand out. He wears a fedora everywhere he goes, and he owns a pet snake.
Wait, it's still the same John?
Yeah, we're doing the same John?
We're always doing the same John. Or are we?
Or are we? Or is it a parallel universe?
It's not
John?
entirely clear.
Oh man, John, wee woo dad.
Alrighty.
I feel like it would be just a really funny setting change if we just changed the whole thing to France, fittingly enough, and it was called John, like Jean.
Why do you think Yoshida has that icon?
I don't know what that icon is even.
It's John Claude Van Damme.
Oh, yeah. Now that you say it, yeah. I didn't recognize.
He chose it, not me. I only cropped it.
I did not recognize the big boy.
Alrighty. Yosh, have you read all the rules, or do I need to run you through them right quick?
Quickly, I think you success on a 5 or 6 on a d6, or 3 if you have the skill.
Yes. And you can use a willpower point at any point before I describe the consequences of your roll to make a roll an automatic success.
Okay.
Wait. Hold the fucking phone. Did I end the last session with a willpower point? Because I could have used that to make that last roll of fire. God! I'm mad now.
So
Okay.
roll me d20s again, and we see who starts up in control.
Not me.
You don't know yet. Ooh,
Ew.
special guest Yosh starting out. Yosh, you
Yeah.
are John. You wake up in your apartment. You are lying in bed, sleeping peacefully, when suddenly you feel something cold and scaly on your face as your pet snake slithers over your face. I should note that it's a big snake, the kind that a stripper would wear around her neck.
Anaconda.
And that's kind of unusual because normally your snake would be in its room, which is normally locked.
It has a
It
room.
has its entire room.
I
So-
imagine just like a kid's room with like a play carpet and like toys for the snake.
Yeah, pretty much.
Has
So
its own
Yosh,
bed.
what do you
It's
do?
actually really cute.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I wrestle the snake away.
All right. You don't have to do much wrestling. He likes you.
And then I go to the snake's room. To check
The door was ripped off its hinges.
It's a strong snake.
It lies inside the snake's room.
It's a strong snake.
I check around the house to see if someone is inside.
No, nobody seems to be inside.
No
Everything
more.
else is normal.
Well, breakfast time. And then.
Alrighty, you open your fridge and find the second unusual thing. From top to bottom, your fridge is filled, and I mean filled, with Jello cups. In all colors of the rainbow. Nothing else is in there, only Jello cups.
Oh, like some sort of apocalypse.
John must have
Awesome.
had a big party last night.
You don't think it was that way last night?
If it was a party, they wouldn't be in the fridge, I think.
Jello cup for breakfast. We'll see.
What did you say?
Let's take some Jello cups for breakfast.
Alrighty, which flavors do you choose?
Apple.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Now I'm picturing someone spreading jello on bread, and I really don't want to. It seems like the most desperate meal. Like I've had some desperate meals in my day, but man,
That is a good point. You know what's another desperate meal? Buttered and salted toast.
It's not as desperate as jello, but
True.
You know what's really
So
desperate?
Yosh,
Just bread.
yeah,
Just
dry
eating
bread.
Yeah.
Yosh, you sit down at your kitchen table and snack on your Jello cups. They're delicious. Your snake is still slithering through the living room.
Is it usual?
No, normally it stays in its room. If you want to play with it, you normally go into the room with it.
he's a strong parent. Say, go to your room. Snake.
I put the snake back in my room with some of his stuff.
What do you do with what stuff?
I take the stuff, the snake's stuff in his room, and put some back in my room. Like his,
Oh, okay.
bed,
You put some of the snake's toys into your room. Alrighty,
and then
do so.
and then I lock him inside my room.
alrighty. Snake secured.
Ding, ding, ding. Points. First objective reached.
Nope.
Mm.
Then what do you do?
Then I go to my job in the morning.
You don't have a job.
Also, I'm pretty sure we're still wearing pajamas.
Pajamas.
We might want to wear actual clothes this time and like take like wallets and keys and everything with us. Just
You are still wearing your footsie pajamas
with a butt flap.
with a butt flap.
Never forget.
Also, you are currently unemployed.
seems like the best outfit and the best time to train my kung fu.
Give me a roll. You roll 1d6. You succeed. You're a little off balance this morning, but it's an overall good routine. You feel ready to take on the world. Oh, also, I should note, in case I didn't make that clear beforehand, you don't have to accomplish the goals in order of their rank. You can accomplish them in any order. Just in case it wasn't clear.
Okay, so now I start getting ready and I go look for a job.
All right, you dress. What do you dress in?
You dress for the job you want, not the job you have, which is none.
Good point.
If I dress for the job I want, I'm gonna dress with my kimono.
All right.
Oh
John
my
puts
God.
on John puts on his authentic Japanese silk kimono
And he still has the fedora.
and his fedora.
Of course.
Why must you make me cry?
Because this is Everyone is John.
There's no tears in Everyone is John.
Everyone cries and Everyone is John.
No one does. Oh, sometimes John.
Alrighty. How do you go about finding a job, John?
I go and challenge every single dojo in Milwaukee.
All right, so you leave your apartment and go to a local dojo. Give me a roll. How do you get to that dojo first of all?
My boss.
With all the money we have? Question mark?
Roll me a d20, please.
Everybody or just Yash?
Just Josh.
Oh damn.
Ooh, critical success. Normally, I would have gone for for the number you roll on the dice is the number of dollars you have in your pocket, but since it's a critical success, you have $40 in your pocket.
Yay!
All right,
Four.
you try to travel to the dojo by bus. Give me a 1d6 roll for Milwaukee knowledge.
No one ever takes Milwaukee knowledge.
No one ever takes Milwaukee knowledge. You take the bus to the outskirts of town, and you walk around a little bit, but you finally find the dojo. It looks kind of gaudy actually. You think like that's not the honorable way a dojo should look, and strangely enough, it advertises food options outside, like crispy Peking duck and wonton soup and stuff like that. But it surely is a dojo. You are very sure this is a dojo.
Yeah, you can read a Japanese letter, and that is definitely that says "do" right there, and they
Yeah.
totally, you know.
Definitely a dojo. What do you do?
Well, I can't fight a dojo with an empty stomach, so I go try their food.
It's not an empty stomach. We had Jello on bread.
Yeah,
a nice
pretty,
healthy
you're pretty-
breakfast.
You're pretty full up with Jello.
Oh, already? Okay.
So you
That's
go
good.
inside, and there's the students aren't even training. Like the students are sitting down and eating, stuffing their faces, and most of them don't really look all that tough. Like they're kind of fat, most of them,
And
and
wearing training clothes, aren't they?
kind of greasy. They don't wear gis. Like
Mm.
this is a pathetic dojo.
I'm in the middle of the room with all the students.
Yes, and the sensei is behind the counter.
I officially challenge this dojo.
The guy behind the counter gives you a raised eyebrow. Can I take your order, sir?
A big plate of ass kicking.
The guy behind the counter turns around, looks at the giant board with food items above his head, looks from left to right very slowly. That's
I'm
not on the
ordering.
menu.
I'm ordering 2 cans of whoop ass.
That's not on the menu, sir.
Also, a little reminder for those who maybe missed the last session, John is still like ridiculously buff and tends to wear clothes that are too small for him. So right now, there's a fucking huge man in a small kimono with a fedora
In a
challenging
dojo.
challenging this guy to fight his dojo. And he's just like, man, I didn't make soup, man. What do you want?
So Yash, this sensei seems to be trying to cowardly weasel out of a challenge. What do you do?
Then I order a plate of Peking duck and I observe and I start observing them.
I didn't get that one.
I order a plate of Peking duck
Yeah. And
and
then
I just observe them. See how they're doing their ways about it.
you what then?
You
I
observe
observe.
them.
I'll
Yeah.
observe. Oh, sorry. I totally didn't get that word.
Yeah, no
All
problem.
right, so you order a plate of Peking duck, and you're not entirely sure if the guy is the sensei anymore because he walks into the back, and through a little window you can see there's more people in the back, and they are more active than the students you see out in the common room, and you see one dude that's probably more likely to be the sensei because he has the biggest hat.
Or does he have one of those rice farmer hats? You know the ones?
Yeah,
Nice
he has a
one.
big poofy hat.
And if he has the bigger hat, he must be the bigger guy.
Yeah, he's not necessarily in shape, but you've seen fat martial artists.
Yeah, we all
Fat
know
doesn't-
sumo wrestling.
Fat doesn't mean inflexible, and he's pretty rotund.
Is his
There could
hat
be-
bigger than John's fedora?
Oh yeah, many times.
Ooh.
I
You
think
must
that's a
go down.
personal insult.
Yeah, me too. I go to him and I challenge him.
It's not the size of it, it's how you use it!
How do you challenge him? Also wash in SSH chat cultural appropriation the restaurant.
I mean, it might just be Asian people running it, you know?
Nah,
Like-
nah.
Oh, okay.
It's Milwaukee.
I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere, Germany. There's several Asian people running Asian restaurants here. So,
Anyway, how do you challenge him, Josh?
also gone to most of them.
I go right to his face and I just look him in the eyes and say, "Let's fight."
He rocks back from you, but as you're closer to him now, you can smell he's kind of greasy, he's kind of sweaty, like he probably hasn't showered in 2 or 3 days, and his naked arms are covered top to bottom in tattoos, like the kind that you get in prison. And he's like, "I'll give you one chance to leave my kitchen, Beanpole." And he waves his spatula threateningly at you.
What the fuck do you mean, Beanpole? We're super ripped.
Probably a sharpened combat spatula.
Oh, he's fat. I get it.
Why, he must be real strong. Let's fight.
All right, you asked for it. Roll me 1d6. Come on.
Oh, it's just 3, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
there we are. I don't know why, but it took forever to roll the dice. And sadly, he rolled higher. So you throw a punch at him, and he deftly ducks under your punch, and comes back up with his spatula cocked back, and smacks you right in the side of the head with his spatula.
That is a combat spatula, isn't it?
It hurts because the spatula is made from steel and there's hot grease on it.
Hmm.
So roll for control, everybody.
Oh, look who's now controlling John.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, look who's controlling John.
Oh.
Radiel, you are John. Your cheek is burning in more ways than one. You are standing in the kitchen of a dojo,
You've dishonored
and
his
there's a
family.
very fat, very angry man bearing down on you. What do you do?
Okay, so I look at him and I say, wait.
He stops very briefly, but he looks very angry. What do you want, Beanpole?
I got one request for you. One request. That's it.
Roll me 1d6, please. Ooh, critical success!
Hey, now.
Everyone play the crit theme.
that there's no crit theme in Everyone is John. But he grumbles a bit, but then lets his spatula sink and hang at his side. All right, I guess you can take a good punch. I can do a request for you. What do you like?
Okay. I just need you to repeat after me. That's it.
Repeat after you?
Yeah. For like a minute.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, punch him.
Give me a roll to punch. You rolled better than him.
Yay!
And he was kind of distracted anyway. So he goes, yeah? And you punch him in the face. Ding, 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 ding. You have fulfilled your first goal.
Yay!
What was it?
That was
Punching
quick.
someone? Oh. Wait, what?
That's a 1-point goal.
It was
I-
really easy, don't you think?
It was, but I remember like
turns out.
my last 1-point goal was like make lunch.
I rated it thematically and in context of her other goals.
Yeah.
Okay, so shit's gonna get crazier, isn't it?
Yep. And since the goal was fulfilled, roll for control.
I
Again?
I should stop being the first to roll.
You should. You really should.
You know that you roll first roll is what you know. This is number 1 roll. Of course.
No.
Yeah.
You are John. You are in the kitchen of a dojo. Your fist hurts, and now all the kitchen staff seems intent on hurting you. What do you do?
Okay, I start by respectfully bowing to them after winning this fight.
Okay, you
And
bow.
then I very calmly, but confidently, I walk to the fridge and grab some water.
From
Okay, you grab some water,
Yep.
and as you close the stainless steel fridge door, in the reflection you see two dudes behind you trying to punch you.
Okay, fine. I guess we're gonna get that can of whoop ass. So I don't know. I try to at least not disarm them, but not like just like get them out of my way, push them away or punch them aside, but nothing too major.
You could if you evade, you could move closer to the exit of the kitchen if you want.
Okay, then yeah, I'll evade and roll towards the kitchen door.
Alrighty, give me 1d6. Oh, too bad.
What? Oh, come on. 5 is successful though.
the bad thing is that you totally blew that 6. Totally blew the crit.
I'm treating combat as a contest.
Fine. You and your
So-
rules.
You deftly duck
Oh.
out. You deftly duck out of the way of the first attacker, and he punches the fridge and goes, "Motherfucker!" And it seems like you evaded the second attacker's punch as well. But as you duck out of the way and try to slide towards the door, his knee comes up and catches you in the stomach.
Ugh.
Roll for control.
We're in a bad
Let
place.
someone else roll first. It worked! It worked!
It worked!
My master plan worked!
It was the third one.
Ghost, you are by this point pretty sure that this is not a dojo. These guys are not trained well.
You're beating the fuck out of me. for some reason.
Yeah, but they're doing it very crudely. And you are on your knees and trying to catch your breath, and you're clutching a water bottle. And it seems like the guy who just brought you to your knees is winding up a kick to your side. What do you do?
I'm gonna. I don't seem to have like the only thing I have in my kimono that I'm of course wearing, is as one does, would be the wallet, right? Or keys
Yeah.
also. Is it only or okay?
You
I
can
guess-
give me a roll 20 and see if you're lucky enough to have your keys.
I mean, I would have been. I guess keys are useful enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go with keys first. Keys?
Yeah, you have your keys.
Key. So, I guess plan for the guy who seems to be like all trying to go kick me. I'm gonna quickly screw off the cap of the water bottle. Is this a screw bottle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, quickly screw off the cap, palm it, hide it in my palm, and then gonna do the whole "oh look what's that behind your ear" thing and produce it from up behind his ear to distract him.
I assume that you're trying to baffle him with this.
Yes.
All right, give me a 1d6.
Come on, Papa.
Roll for baffling magic trick.
Yeah, that's a 5.
He winds up his kick, and you jump to your feet. Oh, what's that behind your ear? And pull out the cap from the bottle, and he's like, "What?" And rocks back and loses his balance and falls over backwards.
Rest of the plan was while I was distracted, I was going to sock him over the head with a bottle, but I guess that's not going to be necessary. So, as he's distracted, I screw the cap back on and just leg it out of the kitchen. I assume that I'm in right now.
All right, since the staff is busy helping up the cook and their fallen comrade, they are too busy to follow you.
Okay,
You
so
are outside of the restaurant.
So first of all, I am not sure if this will do at all, as what I was asking for earlier is if I'm carrying my trusty pack of cards on me,
Roll
which
me a d20.
I feel should be a necessity that whenever you leave the house, you take this pack of cards with you.
Roll again. I needed more polarizing.
Uh,
Nope, you don't have your cards.
No pack of cards, but I do have money. So
You do have money.
okay, the money and keys. That's good. That's already that's like most of what you need. Do I feel like making a quick trip home. I guess how hard would it be to find my way home from here? Would that also just be a Milwaukee knowledge roll of that one without
Yep.
anything? All right. Oh boy, give me that Milwaukee knowledge. Nope.
You get on the bus, and you take the bus line to where you remember home being, and you notice your mistake when you're standing in front of your parents' house.
Oh, no, I'm not doing this again.
Neither of your parents' cars seem to be there.
And that's good at least.
But you do remember that you left one of your old skateboards in the garage.
My old skate. That is very good. I won't have to blow money on buses anymore. Thanks for that.
By the way, you're down to
Well,
$30 now.
That's
Expensive
that was
buses.
$5 per bus ride? Christ!
Extortion
economy.
here.
Right? Milwaukeean, I am sorry. So I guess I'm just gonna. I assume the garage wouldn't happen to be open, would it?
You rattle the garage door and it's not open.
Is there perhaps on my ring of keys that I have with me? I wouldn't happen to have the keys to my parents' house also.
Roll me a d20. See how lucky you are. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna use those to get into my parents' house and get into the garage from the inside.
You
and
do
grab,
so.
Yeah, and
Your
grab the-
your skateboard is buried under a pile of boxes, which is mostly sports tapes from your dad.
Ooh, that
Like a 3 meter tower of taped football games.
dastardly dad.
I thought it would be
Always.
katana fencing matches.
No, after that day in kindergarten, Dad gave up on the katana.
Oh.
Tragic, really. What can I do to get? Okay, can I reach the skateboard, or is it like? Can I? Like, I'm assuming the way you're describing this, I can see where it is under the
Yes,
mountain. Could I reach it?
you can,
Can
but
I?
it's firmly pinned under the boxes.
But using my excessive skateboarding knowledge and skills, could I do a sick skateboard trick somehow?
You can't
out.
you
from
can't
under
really
the
get
boxes.
both feet under on it.
I mean, the really advanced ones can use your hands also.
No.
God damn it.
Nice try though.
I'm certainly, trying to leverage your skills somehow. I'm probably not sleight of handing these boxes anywhere.
No.
So, I want to just, grab at one and see how heavy it is.
Oh, they're real heavy.
Aren't sports tapes just plastic?
plastic and celluloid.
Is celluloid heavy? I don't recall VHS tapes being heavy.
If you pack them a box full, they are.
Fair enough. So,
Single book isn't heavy either, but book boxes are.
Sure, like for the sake of this, okay, they're quite heavy then. So they're like 3 meters high.
About there. Little less, probably.
So can I reach the top one?
You would have to get the old rickety ladder.
Bad memories of that ladder. That did not work out well last time.
You get a flash of an image, but you're not entirely sure where it came from.
Yeah,
You're
You know
pretty
what-
sure it wasn't a memory.
one of them Mandela effect things, you know. You know how it is. One moment it's Bernstein Bears, and the other moment suddenly it's I don't know. Nelson Mandela's dead.
Yep.
So, how am I gonna get rid of these boxes if I want my sweet skateboard?
It's a pretty sweet skateboard. You got it signed by Tony Hawk at some point.
Oh, that's a sweet skateboard. I don't want to go onto the rickety ladder to try to carry off this box because I have the feeling that that will not end well for me or my bones. Instead, what would be alternatives to this? Like,
I don't
could
know.
I-
What are the alternatives?
could I perhaps? I feel like this would require less skill checks overall, but could I, since there seems to be some room under the boxes, could I like put something long in there, like maybe the ladder completely, completely elongated, put it just under there and just leverage it up to just topple the pile of boxes?
You can try that, yeah.
I feel like that is associated with less personal risk to me. So I guess it's a D6 also then.
Give me
Yeah.
1d6 first to wedge the ladder under there.
I don't get a solid wedge, do I?
It looks kinda good.
I guess I'm gonna kinda try then, aren't I? You're good as nothing. Oh well. I guess I kind of, you know.
You stick the ladder under there and you jump onto the end with all your might.
That's the opposite of what I wanted. I guess I
And
kinda-
you do manage to topple the boxes, but they are heading right for you.
Wait, but the ladder's flat on the floor. If I jump on it, nothing should happen. Either way.
How were you gonna lever it then?
No, I was gonna put it under there, lift it up. That's how I was gonna lever it.
You don't have a fulcrum then.
Hmm?
That's not how levers work.
I mean, in between the whole, like I wanted to basically, since there's, like I said, there seems to be room under there, the 3 contact points would be the part where the ladder touches the floor, the part where, like, the halfway point of the ladder touches the boxes, and me at the end grabbing it and pulling it up. Wouldn't that be levering?
Oh.
I guess.
That was, like, that's why I
All
was
right,
gonna do it that way.
make me another roll.
That's what I was gonna do that. Woo!
For a moment, you consider doing it with the fulcrum and propping the ladder up on something, and then you think better of it, and you take the fulcrum away, and you
With those big muscles.
you lift up the pile of boxes, and it topples away from you, and you can hear that several of the tapes are crunching badly.
Good. I
and you strain your big muscles so much that your kimono rips.
Oh, that's hot. So, I feel like this might not be quite adequate attire. So, after grabbing, of course, my trusted skateboard and softly caressing the Tony Hawk signature.
It's so cool.
Yeah, right? Boy, is it cool.
You learn to specifically grind around the signature.
Yeah. There's the scratch marks everywhere except there. I mean, I don't think whatever. I don't actually know skateboards. So
You can grind on every piece of the skateboard.
yeah, I assume so. What I feel like would be more adequate is if I'm just gonna flat out steal like a suit or something of my dad's.
As you leave the garage, you hear the distinct noise of Dad's SUV parking in the driveway.
Screw that. I'm gonna put on the skateboard and immediately indoor skateboards away and do a sick ollie out of one of the windows.
Front or back?
What?
Front window or back window?
One of the back windows, too. Or, well, front window, I guess I'll be landing on better terrain. And not just...
Out the back, you'd land in the garden.
Yeah. Okay, so I ollie out of one of the front windows and try to skateboard away on the sidewalk.
Give me a roll.
No!
Oh,
Fate giveth and fate taketh away.
what goes around?
Comes to end.
as you position yourself to kick off, you hear the garage door opening, and your dad calls out, "What the fuck?" And as you jump through the window, you jump straight into your dad's arm, and he clotheslines you off the skateboard. Roll for control.
Oh no. Oh.
Rainiel and Yash, roll again, please.
Oh, I thought we might get a dual control thing going on.
Ah.
Yash, you wake up in the hospital. You are in a hospital bed, and you're feeling kind of faint, like your head is kind of swimmy, and you're feeling a little nausea. But you seem to be alone in the room. What do you do? Yash?
Yes, sorry.
Oh.
I messed up, sorry. I say, I scream and call someone.
You scream your head off, and the nurse comes in. Yeah. What, are you all right?
My order!
What happened?
You were brought in about an hour ago with a concussion by your dad.
Concussion by my dad is right.
Can I go now?
Well, we would like to keep you for at least 24 hours for observation, but she hands you a clipboard. If you sign this waiver, you can go.
And I'm still swimming in my head.
Yeah, but as you sit up, you feel it getting better. She probably doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Doctors.
I signed the paper then.
Well, I guess she's medical professionals. What do they know? I can ollie out of a window, and there's not any risks associated with that.
All right. You are still wearing the hospital gown.
I change back into my kimono then.
your kind of torn up kimono.
Would there also happen to be like a skateboard with a band-aid on it or something?
Under the kimono is the skateboard, broken into 2 pieces.
I knew it. I certainly
Okay.
knew it. Somewhere in the middle of John's mind, one of the voices cries over the loss of a Tony Hawk signature. It's probably broken right at the signature too, isn't it?
Yep, split
Yeah.
lengthwise.
I mean, that's the best way to split a skateboard.
No, the signature is split lengthwise.
Oh, okay. That's the joke. Not whatever.
What do you do, John?
Okay, I'm gonna try to MacGyver the skateboard back into shape.
You're trying to repair the skateboard. How?
With stuff lying in the room.
You're in a hospital room. The only things you have there are some conciliatory flowers and some cables.
I keep forgetting I have willpower points.
You do.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
You could take the skateboard parts and try to repair them later.
Yeah, that's it. I take every part of the skateboard and then I go out of the hospital.
Okay, you leave the hospital. To where?
Home.
I'm gonna say with all that you don't need to roll another Milwaukee knowledge to get home.
Okay, what time is it when I get home?
When you first of all, when you get on the bus, you notice that your dad took $20 off of you, and you only have $5 left after you get home. So, what did you want to do when you get home?
What time is it?
It's pretty early still. You woke up around 8, and now it's around 2 p.m. No, it's around noon actually. It's around noon.
Okay, I go check on my snake.
He seems to be still pleasantly happy in your room. But as you pass by, you see something that definitely wasn't there that morning and definitely doesn't belong in your snake's regular room, a chainsaw.
Is it a working one or is it broken?
It looks like it might work.
Okay, so I stash it somewhere in my room for later. I take it and I put it.
As you pick up the chainsaw, underneath you find a hockey mask and a post-it note on it. You know what to do.
Why I don't, fair stranger. Care to elaborate? Also, he just keeps getting those flashbacks, doesn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so I put on the mask, put the chainsaw back in my room, and I go outside.
I just got it.
Why does he wear the mask?
What did you get, Ghost?
It's a prequel.
Okay, where do you go now wearing ripped kimono, mask with post-it note on it, and a fedora?
Does he take the post-it note off? The fucking dumbest serial killer ever. Like, I knew Jason was supposed to be disabled, but not in this movie.
What do you do, Yash?
Well, I go.
You go.
Sorry, I go to the mall to buy some stuff.
You go to what? To the market?
The mall.
To the mall. Ah,
To the window, to the mall.
alrighty. You can either take the bus or I don't know, your car.
I have a car.
Don't take the car.
Who gave this guy a driver's license?
I don't know. Possibly no one. Don't take the car.
You do indeed have a car,
It didn't
and
end
you
well
can
last time.
you can even decide, since you are in control, what kind of car that is.
Some sick fuck ate a dog. It was really. That happened last time we rode a car. It was not nice.
It's an old, completely beaten up car.
Okay, what sort of car? A sedan, a compact, an SUV, sports car,
A familial car.
a family car. So like a sedan.
Yeah.
All right, you could either take the bus and spend your last $5, or you could take your sedan. It's totally beaten up, but somehow the tank is always full. You don't know how.
It's magic.
Now we should sell that to the American government.
Let's take the car.
Alrighty. I need 2 rolls. First one for Milwaukee knowledge, and secondly one for driving. Okay. Whoa!
God damn.
Seems that the woman at the hospital knew nothing about what she was talking about. You feel smarter and more alert than ever. You have never driven so well in your life. And you go to the mall. It's a pretty big mall. What do you do at the mall?
I go to the biggest general store and I try to find a new kimono for me.
You look for a kimono and give me a roll for perception.
Perceive kimono is truly the worst skill, but we're really good at it for some reason.
That wasn't to find the kimono, that was to notice the 5 security guards that have been following you since you entered the mall.
Oh yeah, hockey mask and chainsaw. Whoops.
No, the chainsaw is at home.
Okay, but hockey mask still.
You do find the section with the kimonos though.
I quickly change it to the first kimono I grab.
Okay, so you strip off your kimono in the middle of the store.
Yeah.
So you're standing in the store, in your boxes, your fedora and your hockey mask.
And I grab the first kimono I find and put it on.
Those are some tight boxers too.
As you reach for the kimono, the biggest, burliest of the guards lays a hand on your shoulder. Sir, I need you to follow me, please.
Just the challenge we've been looking for.
Can I get dressed first?
What did you ask?
Can I get dressed first?
Oh, can I get dressed first? You may take your clothes, but we must escort you outside, sir. You are upsetting the other patrons.
We didn't even do anything yet.
We've done enough.
You see several other shoppers around the store looking at you with horror from cover.
There's like a mother holding her child's eyes closed, like, come, son. Do not look at the
Okay
strange
now,
man.
mommy!
It's too late. I've already seen everything.
Then I take my sweet time looking for a kimono that suits me. and after 2 minutes, I try to find one, a pink and a green one.
Sir, you can get dressed in your own clothes.
I ignore him.
Roll me another perception roll, please. Oh, damn!
Jeez.
Shit.
Just knocking them out of the park.
Yeah, well,
Next
Great.
time he's gonna get a 1. It's gonna be
you're gonna hog all the 6s, and we're just gonna have all the 1s for the rest of the session. That's
With your finely honed senses, you notice as the guy pulls out his taser and tries to tase you in the neck. But I'm gonna give you a free attack with that critical success. So narrate me what you do to this guard who's trying to tase you.
I run towards him head first.
He's standing right behind you.
Yeah, he's trying to tase you. He's at arm's length away.
So I turn back and run straight into him head first and headbutt him right in the face.
All right, you still gripping the pink and green kimono off the rack. You turn around and headbutt the guy in the face, and he just falls like a sack of potatoes. 3 of the other guards pull out tasers or pepper spray, and one is radioing, "Back up! Back up! Code 9! Code 9!"
We have a Kung Fu Master over here. Repeat, a Kung Fu Master.
What
I
do you
try-
do, Yaj?
Those
I
things
tried-
will crash lightning.
I try to flee towards the cookie section.
Towards the cookie section.
The
Cooking.
section, yeah, the section of the store where
cooking section.
no, the section of the store where all the cookies and cakes are
The
stored.
Oh,
pastries.
baked goods aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Alrighty. Roll a d6, please.
Also, what a general store to have kimonos and... Oh, there it is.
Walmart.
Shit.
You turn around and you try to run away, but you trip on the kimono you were holding. You try to get your footing back, but you slip on your old kimono, and you face plant right into the floor. Roll for control.
Goes around. John giveth and John taketh away.
Yep. Alrighty.
So close.
Alrighty, Ghost. You are John. You are on the floor. You are laying on the pieces of your broken skateboard, which have now broken further. You are clutching a new kimono. You also have guards yelling at you. What do you do?
As a free action, I shed a single tear from my eye over the loss of my skateboard companion.
Zoom in on manly tear.
Hmm?
Terrible day for rain.
Oh man.
It is a terrible day for rain, Johnson. Your skateboard seems to say.
It even has the sound thing, even though I'm pretty sure that's whatever. I arrange it in the shape of a cross, and I leave my stalwart companion behind, for I have no other choice. And since this store seems to have a baked goods section and a kimono section, I want to look if I can see like another skateboard here.
So
Because,
you're gonna
like,
try to run towards the sporting goods section.
Probably, yeah.
Alrighty, give me a roll.
Oh wait. Well, I'm being actively followed by guards, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably good if we go for a skateboard first, even for a quicker getaway.
That sounds like you dart into the store You're still only in your boxes, your hockey mask and your fedora, the new kimono flapping behind you as you still clutch it. But despite this quite flamboyant appearance, you manage to jump around corners and slide down aisles and manage to lose the guards in the labyrinthine store.
And I'm assuming since this was a acquire skateboard role primarily.
You end up in the sporting goods section.
I feel like with a 6, I get the best skateboard, the good one, with the good skateboard parts and a nitro boost.
There is no nitro boost for skateboards. But you do
I
get...
had to try. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You
good.
do get one that can attach spark pads.
Fair enough.
It costs $1,000 though.
Yeah, that is not my problem. I put on the kimono and kimono. Do kimonos have hoods? They don't, do they?
Nope.
I'm wearing a mask anyway, so
Which means they probably haven't seen your face.
yeah, I'm wearing a mask and a fedora, so both my face and my hair are hidden, and no one's gonna, have any other physical characteristic to recognize me by.
You could take off your fedora and your mask.
I mean, the still gonna see me as a real buff dude. Like, they're probably
Like,
gonna
doesn't
find
have
out
a
somewhere.
fedora or a mask, so
Oh,
can't be
okay.
the same
How
guy.
wide is this? And they saw me have this kimono. Like, they saw me take the kimono. Does this
Yeah, but
work
there's like a dozen of kimono. That's the same on the rack.
I mean, does this sports section perhaps have like sport clothes also, like a jogging suit or something?
Yeah, there's sports clothing.
Yeah, I take that instead, and put on that, and then I'm gonna, take off the mask and fedora and put that in, like, I guess I can just take a sports bag while I'm on it, and all this probably costs a small fucking fortune because goddamn it, sports shit is expensive.
You're at about $1,500 now.
Phew. Phew. That's like my real life bank account right there. I should not have said that live. I'm gonna steal all of that. And-
Well, you haven't stolen it yet.
but I'm going to.
We will see.
The store wouldn't happen to have any windows, would it?
It's in a mall. No, there are no outside windows on the store.
But either way, I plant my feet on the skateboard, and I'm gonna first. I'll also see if I can finally find like a deck of cards or anything somewhere in this godforsaken place. Like there has to be like a game section. Sports and games and stuff are probably near together, right? There should be.
Yeah, the next aisle over to the sporting section is the gaming section, and the next aisle over from that is the pet section.
Oh man, that's so good. But I only have. So, as a quick meta question, because you know what I'm asking about, would it still work if I steal it? Just give me a yes or no.
No, the specific wording.
Okay.
You okayed it.
I just needed the no. So, do they have different cashiers for sections, or?
They have two different areas where you can check out. The one you came in from and the back section that leads into the back of the mall. You're basically in a large general store in the bottom of the mall.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to try to, as best as possible, remove any sign from my sports equipment that this is not what I own right now. Like remove all the tags and whatnot.
Give me a roll. You can't even find any tags on this. You think they forgot to tag it.
Suckers. I'm gonna go passing through the games section. I want to grab like a pack of cards, and I'm like, yes, finally.
Yeah, you find one for like 15 cents.
Yeah, my tools of the trade. And you said we only have like $5 left, right? Well,
Yep.
we have a wallet. Do we have like a bank card or something in the wallet?
Roll me a d20. Ooh, critical success.
Not only do we have a
Wow.
bank card, we're also fucking rich.
Not only do you have a bank card and several gold and platinum credit cards, which you don't remember getting, but they are in your name. But they're all from this month. And you also as you search your wallet, you find a hidden compartment that you didn't notice before, and in that compartment are $500.
I mean, it's not going to cover any of the sports stuff. I guess I can just legally buy this now. So I'm going to also go to the pet section and look for any birds.
Oh, they actually have a whole aisle of birds.
Any nice little pigeons?
They have pigeons, they have
Oh, that's-
parrots, they have cockatoos, they have a toucan, and way in the back they even have a pet vulture.
Yeah, that's a bit too big. I'm just gonna. Is there anyone asking around that I can ask for, like, to take a pigeon with me? I'm not as I wouldn't assume that you just grab one and take it to checkout. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not how these things work.
Yeah, they're all in cages, and you just take the cage to the checkout.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cage to checkout and put like a cage and deck of cards down, and I'm also gonna say, hey, I've had some, clothing problems, and technically I'm gonna need to buy these things I'm wearing around. Oh, and also the skateboard and this bag, I guess. So could you please tag all this for me, or not tag? Could you
The bored-looking teenage cashier looks you up and down. Yeah, okay. She steps out of her booth and, with the bored professionalism, starts grabbing onto you and grabbing into your jacket, into your pants, and pulling out the tags and scanning them. And before you know it, it's over, and you honestly feel just a little bit violated by this girl.
I'm gonna take my bird and leave. My legally acquired bird. Boom.
She cashes you out, and you legally acquired burp. Ding 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 ding.
Damn.
Big honker bird. Big honker. So I guess to keep inventory, we now have a cage with a pigeon in it, a deck of cards, a sports bag with a hockey mask and a fedora in it, sports clothes, a wallet with a fuck ton of like $500 and several gold cards, and a really high quality skateboard.
And a kimono.
This is
And
starting to feel like a point-and-click adventure game, just based on the inventory.
Just a little bit, yeah. But if it was a point-and-click adventure, the inventory would also have a bucket and a rope.
That's true.
Also, roll for control, since a goal was achieved.
So I
Ghost,
guess
I'm gonna
yes.
offer you a willpower point to hand it off to Rainiel.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give myself a willpower point, and then let's go.
Alrighty, Rainiel. You are John. You have a bird in a cage and a duffel bag full of stuff. You stand in the mall. What do you do?
Uh. Hmm.
It's a pretty big mall. There might even be specialist artisans in there.
The bird is like,
Pigeons are more like.
like pigeons do a lot of noises, man.
I guess just.
I guess
I guess find like a person who can make me stuff like real fast or anything.
What kind of stuff?
you know, drugs, weed.
Like
You
what
know,
what sort of profession are you looking for?
costume maker.
So you're looking for a tailor or a costume maker.
Yeah. Costume
Alrighty,
maker more like.
roll me a d6. This mall is pretty big and confusing,
Mm.
but you do still find a costume maker.
Okay.
Polly's costumes.
Ooh, sounds great.
You enter and there's a pleasantly plump older woman behind the counter who wears one of those wrist-mounted needle stackers and measuring tape around her neck, and she smiles at you pleasantly. Oh, hello!
Hi, lady. Say, can you make a costume for me?
Well, that's what I do, isn't it? She says with a smile.
Convenient. So you see this bird here?
Ah, it's a pretty bird. Hi there, birdie.
So can you make this bird into a full costume?
No!
You want me to taxidermy your bird?
No, don't kill the bird.
Just take all of its feathers away.
Yeah, just
You want me to use its feathers in a costume?
some of it, maybe.
All of them. No, don't.
I don't think I'm the one you're looking for, guy.
Yeah. Could you at least make me like the base of the bird costume?
You just want a bird costume?
Yeah.
Made from one pigeon.
Well,
Well, we're not killing our pets in this one.
Not yet.
well,
at
you
least.
didn't kill your pets in the last one either.
You right.
What do you? Well, yeah.
It wasn't our pet.
I don't know what you're talking about, frankly.
She thinks for a moment, and then she comes up. Yeah, I guess I can squeeze you in, and begins taking your measurements.
I'll just put the costume ingredients into the microwave and set it to buff.
She as she's taking your measurements, give me a perception roll, please.
Great.
She takes your measurements and suddenly stops, and as she gets to your crotch, and she steps back a bit. Young man, what's that in your pocket?
What is it in my pocket?
You
I'm just
reach
happy to see you.
you reach into your pocket, and strangely enough, your freshly bought clothes have a hole in the pocket, and you feel around, and you grip a wooden handle.
When you say wood,
I
Not-
have no idea.
Not
what this
that
could
kind
be.
of wood.
I guess not that kind of role playing either.
Not that kind of role playing. No.
I honestly have no clue what this is.
You could pull it out.
Sure.
I
It's gonna
prefer
be
to leave
cut
with-
somehow.
Sorry, it's too easy to pass up. I was just gonna say I prefer to leave the wood inside.
You grip the wooden handle and you pull, and it snags on your pocket for a little bit. But you, in the process of pulling it out, you turn your pocket inside out, and a note card flutters to the floor, and you have an axe in your hand.
How does this not cut me?
You don't know. Somebody seems to have put it on you without your notice.
That bitch!
There's tape on the handle as well. It was taped to your inner thigh, somehow.
How did this not cut me?
The Polly steps back, sir. I think you should leave now.
Can I just throw this axe away and
Leave
Ugh,
now.
Fine. I was gonna pay you a shit ton of money, but fine, I don't care. Fuck you. Gonna stop right now and be like, fine.
Forever.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Yeah.
No, what about a gun?
I thought it was America.
I'm gonna get in the closest car and drive. I don't care if it's mine or not.
I don't even have the keys to this thing. Yeah.
All right, so you leave the mall, axe in hand, and you are in the parking lot. Roll a d6 to see if you can find your car.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna go to the closest car and hotwire it.
Well, you find a big yellow Jeep. That looks pretty serviceable. How do you get into the big yellow Jeep?
I just realized that by our own choices, we're being. We're wearing sports clothes too. Think about it. Think about it. I didn't specify what sort of sports clothes.
I don't know. I'm gonna do a stupid thing and axe it.
You axe the window with your axe. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Roll me a d6.
Yeah!
Oh boy.
You're really not used to handling an axe, and you hit the window. You hit it pretty good, but you hit it with the back of the axe, and it bounces off and cuts you right in the face.
Cause that's survival.
That's a lot of bouncing.
Game over. Axe
No,
in
it's-
face.
It's not a deep cut, but you do slice a bit off your cheek. Roll for control.
Blech.
Yash. I'm gonna offer you a willpower point because Anono hasn't gone in a bit.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Okay, so it's my turn then?
it is your turn.
Okay, so where am I? Still in the parking lot?
You are in the parking lot, standing by the big yellow Jeep with the cracked window. It's cracked now. It's not quite open, and your cheek is bleeding.
Okay.
Also, you have a burp.
I have a burp. Okay, I
You're
think I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna walk right back into the mall.
With a bloody axe and a bleeding cheek, yes?
Oh no, I'm disposing of the axe on the way there.
You just drop it in the parking lot?
Yeah, just drop it, the bloody axe.
Alright.
So I go in, and I'm assuming. Wait, first of all, I don't know where there. I need to get some water wherever that could be. I guess some sort of fridge or beverage department.
You could go to a beverage store, or you could just drink right out of the fountain.
Oh, if there's a fountain, then
Big
yeah.
ass fountain.
Yeah, so I go up to the big ass fountain and I just drink as much water as I can because I need to stay hydrated.
Alrighty. You stick your head into the fountain, and you drink and you drink and you drink, and when you get back up, get back out of the water's kind of pink around where you were, and there's a child sitting next to you. You're bleeding, mister.
I say, "Oh, thanks. Thank you, kid." And I walk away. Okay, next up. In that, let's say in the mall, I'm assuming there's some sort of a... Well, in that big-ass, I don't know, Walmart or whatever it was, there was like a sporting goods section, and
Yeah.
is there maybe like an indoor pool section?
No.
No?
No.
I can't believe that. Okay. What else? I walk around. Maybe there's a tattoo parlor in the mall.
There is a tattoo.
Oh, how convenient. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the tattoo parlor, and I don't. Does anything happen, or do I just walk in?
I just realized that this is everyone's favorite. You know, this is the Everyone is John shopping episode.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about like going to the mall earlier. It's a great spot.
Right?
So drops. Is drops gone?
The DM is gone. We're in control
We
now.
can do
Quick.
whatever we want. Okay.
What do you want to do? You want to get a tattoo?
So first off, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get a tattoo. I'm gonna go get an indoor pool. I'm gonna
Okay,
do
yeah, okay. When you got roll a 1d1.
1d1. I'm gonna one up you.
Roll 6.
Wait, it's taking a while. There we go.
Oh, dude, that passes.
That's
you
for
get
my next 100 rolls. You got my my score right
Oh,
there.
very practical. Okay, so you get the tattoo really hard. You know, it looks fucking sick.
Nice.
It complements your outfit really well.
I want it to be like one of
and-
those like kind of two sleeves that merge on my chest.
Oh yeah, dude, sweet, so sweet. And as you leave the tattoo parlor, stretching and making some motions, you suddenly sense a tickling sensation all over your skin, and you realize that your tattoo is giving you magic powers. And yeah, so he tattooed magic runes onto your body, and you can now control lightning.
Sweet. I go around first of all I smite that little snotty little kid who said I was bleeding.
He fucking explodes. Like you just snap your fingers at him, and yeah, light strikes him from above.
Oh
And
sweet.
he just
Through
if
the
you were
mall
to look at
ceiling,
his-
I'm assuming.
Hmm?
Through the mall ceiling, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
And like it punches a hole in the mall ceiling, and like if you were to look at it in slow motion, it looks like he's getting microwaved, but really fast because lighting. Like if someone had his slow motion camera ready in slow mo, it would just look like.
Ugh.
But with your great perception, you probably get that experience of it also. But just his visual description, yes. So there is child everywhere.
Nice.
You want to get
Toasted
an indoor
microwave
pool.
child everywhere.
Okay. So you want to get an indoor pool, right?
Yeah, let's go get an indoor pool too with our lightning powers.
Okay, you go to the indoor pool store. They have several kinds of pools. There's a man that's like, "Hello, welcome to the indoor pool store. What kind of pool do you want?"
Indoor pools are us.
Yes.
Oh no, they just went bankrupt. It's too soon, my bad.
Oh.
So
Rip.
Well, I want a nice big I want a pool that represents my personality and who I am as a person, everything I've been through in my life. What do you have to offer me?
Gunshot.
Well, if you were to come with me, you go into the store and suddenly goes ding 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 ding. You're the millionth customer. You get a pool for free.
He didn't even buy anything yet.
You're like, oh, good
Oh
lord.
wait, am I the
millionth
1
customer.
millionth customer? Do I get?
Yes, you get the pool for free. You're the 1 million. Pick a pool, any pool.
Nice. So you get a pool, and you get a pool.
No, only you. Only you.
Oh, only me? Okay. I thought I could give away
pick
pools.
a pool. You can pick a pool, and you get the pool for free.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go look. Okay, what's a good pool?
We're gonna deliver it to your house for free.
Do you have any pools with like built-in water slides and
Of course.
attractions? Nice. So that's
What
the
sort
one
of
I
cool
want.
store would we be without? So we will deliver this to your house for free and install it also for free.
Thanks. Oh, also, I also need an extra little attachment for my snake to swim in too, please.
Oh, no problem. Snake attachment here.
Big attachment, yeah.
So,
Oh shit,
Hello?
DM's here. Everybody look busy.
okay. I
Shuffle
totally
paper.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, dude.
My internet just straight up crapped out. Sorry, guys.
Dude, no problem. So, John now has a magic tattoo that lets him control lightning and also a pool.
No,
Just thought I would catch you up.
no.
Also, we made a kid explode. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You should have seen it.
I
should've been there.
am sorry, guys.
You know what the best way
It's
to
cool.
apologize would be?
This was my most successful run as John yet. So I'm totally
You know
fine
what-
with that.
You know what the best way to apologize would be is to have all of this be canon.
No.
Dang.
Alrighty.
Boys, I tried.
You were going to roll me a 1d6 to find the tattoo parlor.
Oh, okay.
Also, can you see my toast message on the?
The toast, yeah, I can see you post.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
You find the store where you hear screaming and the whirring of machines, and you're pretty sure that those are the telltale signs of a tattoo parlor.
Excellent.
You walk in, and the reception area looks kind of sterile. You're not used to that from tattoo parlors. And there's weirdly enough decoration of a giant tooth. But you've seen weirder stuff.
Yeah. Actually, it makes sense. Tattoo parlors, like, they should be sterile, so.
Also, yeah, it's a tattoo parlor. Yeah,
Tattoo.
They exist, you know. It's on brand.
Yeah, it's a little. They got a theme. I can respect that. It's nice.
They have an
Cheers.
they
Cheers.
have an aesthetic.
Chairs commence your tri-ghost.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, cheers.
I play it cool. I just walk inside and look for an empty tattooing room, so I can go inside.
There's like 4 doors, and 3 of them have in use. Have a light that says in use above them, and one seems free.
Okay, so I go into just nonchalantly go into the.
Hey! Wait a second. The receptionist says as you lay a hand on the door handle.
Yeah. I don't suppose my skill would come in handy here.
No, I don't think it. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was thinking of a different player. You can, well, it depends on how you want to use it.
Well, like I said, I nonchalantly walk nonchalantly and
you're-
confidently walk into the room.
You're trying to appear as if you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Just look as if I
Alright,
know
give-
what I'm doing.
Give me a roll.
God
I
damn
have-
it.
I have sports equipment. I'm a doctor.
Where do you think you're going, Buster?
You know what? Screw it. I'm using my. Can I still use stamina point?
Oh, your willpower point.
Willpower point. Yeah. Is it too late?
I'm gonna put it up to a vote.
I say yes.
I say yes.
I want to see where this goes.
Rainiel?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
Good vote, everyone.
You may use the
Good job.
willpower.
Yes.
Even Chair says yes. So yeah.
Even Chair says yes, yeah. So you're the new doctor?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Gotta go in straight away.
Alright then, doctor.
It's an emergency, actually. Someone lost all his teeth and we have to find them.
Yeah, I'm the tattoo doctor. Yes, I'm walking right in. So go inside, and I close the door behind me, so I
Yeah.
won't be disturbed. Oh, I also flick on the in use button. So
Yeah.
I won't be disturbed. Okay, I look for anything that looks like I don't know what they call it actually, like a needle an ink injector
Tattoo
or
gun.
something. Tattoo gun, yeah. So look for something that looks that mostly resembles a tattoo gun.
You find some weird machinery. You're not quite sure what it's for, but give me a 1d6.
Also, it's funny how she called you a doctor, even though she clearly must be thinking of a tattoo artist, you know. But
No, I said I'm obviously a tattoo doctor, so yeah.
yeah,
PhD tattoo artist.
Yep.
right. It's a Bachelor of Arts.
Yeah, you think you could give yourself a tattoo with that?
Okay. Then okay, I sit down on the comfy chair. I take off my shirt, and I. What's the name of our pet snake? Does he have a name?
The name
I
of
don't know,
what is the name
Chad.
of
What
your
is the
pet
name
snake?
of our pet snake?
Tell us, boys and girls.
Chairs,
Oh.
tell us what is the name of John's pet snake?
Hmm.
Tell us, oh almighty live studio audience. Dun, 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 dun,
We're gonna have to wait a moment for Chairs to catch up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good snake name.
Is it, like it says 8 users online, doesn't it?
Yeah, but only Chairs is active.
If anything, I think our cat should be named Whiskers.
Our
And our
cat.
snake. Sorry, our snake should be named Whiskers. Because I feel like their mouth we like cat mouths sometimes. So I want to name his snake Whiskers.
Alright, your snake is named Whiskers.
Okay, fair enough. So I want to draw a tattoo of Whiskers on my chest because we love him so much.
Hmm. Also, what do we name the bird?
That comes later.
But why?
Because now Nono rolls me to draw this tattoo with the machine as it's whirring up.
What is that? D6 or 20?
D6. The machine makes contact with your skin and rips right into it, and it's very, very painful.
They always told me that tattoos are painful, that it hurts.
Yeah, but it's bleeding profusely, and the pain does make you black out. Roll for control.
Damn, you're always one-upping me.
What do you mean always? I rolled 2 1s on these. Let it be known.
Well, Rainiel, if you want to play so bad, I can offer you 2 willpower points. I can offer you to pay you 2 willpower points for
No.
control. No? Okay. Ghost, you wake up an indeterminate amount of time later as there is loud knocking on the door. Doctor? Doctor, are you alright? There's a very heavy pain in your chest and you feel kind of lightheaded. Also, your arm is wet and there's a drippy noise.
Well, I'm gonna look down at myself. How bad is the blood loss?
You look down at your chest and the hole is about half the size of a ping pong ball.
Ah.
What? It's just a hole? We didn't even get to do a line?
Nope.
Oh, god
You
damn it.
just
I had
stabbed
way too
yourself
much
in the
faith.
chest.
I had
You
way
just
too much
stabbed
faith
your-
in my improvisational tattooing skills.
Yeah, you just stabbed yourself in the chest with a drill, and we're like, oh well.
Oh.
That's all.
You dropped the tattoo gun.
Mm. I'm gonna leave
And-
that there. I don't have any need of that.
Your chest is bleeding profusely and the blood is running down your arm.
I first of all, while I stand up, I hold the wound closed and I say to the whoever is on the other side of that door, "Oh, no problem, nothing. I'm just cleaning the room. Nothing wrong's happening."
Give me a bluff check.
I'm just cleaning the room. Don't worry.
I heard you scream, Doctor. I'm gonna come in now.
I stubbed my toe.
And she slowly turns the handle. What do you do?
There wouldn't happen to be a okay.
10.
Could I possibly use a playing card in such a way that I lodge it in the door and cleverly use my favorite 12 playing card that I, somehow manage to lodge it in the lock and keep the door from opening any further?
Give me a roll, and because this is such a bizarre use of your skill, I'm only gonna give you half proficiency, so 4,
Fair
5,
enough.
and 6. Yes!
That works. I'm like, oh, sorry, yeah, the door is
You-
kind of jammed. Hold on, I'm gonna work on that. Then I go see if I can bandage myself.
You quickly grab like a quarter of your deck of cards, and you bend it over with a mighty grunt, and just wedge it right under the furthest corner of the door, so that it won't open.
Oh, the entire deck of cards?
No, the quarter of the deck.
Oh, a quarter. Okay, that's still a hefty loss, but I still have some cards. You only need like a handful, so that's fine.
You have 3/4 of the deck.
Okay, I'm gonna put that back away, and I'm gonna see if there wouldn't happen to be in this tattoo parlor some sort of ways to take care of a bleeding wound with there.
You do see a bandage kit.
Now that is just peachy. Those tattoo parlors always think about the injured. It really warms my heart. I'm gonna
There's also, strangely enough, a sink in this tattooing session room.
that makes sense. Somehow, somewhere it does make sense. I'm gonna, like you said, it's like half the size of a ping pong ball.
Yeah. Seems
Okay,
like
so-
you stirred around in there a little bit before you blacked out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put I guess if it's bleeding so heavily, I'll have to make like a pressure bandage thing. So I'll take that white fluffy cottony stuff.
Gauze.
Take a whole lot of that, put it on there, and try to bandage it in such a way that it presses against that.
Shares just offered an alternative name for the snake, William Snakespeare.
That is good. That's better than Whiskers, I admit. William Snakespeare. We have a name.
Nice.
Called
Alrighty.
Willy. Called Willy for short because it looks like a dick. This is his name.
Give
So,
me a roll to bandage up your wound.
critical bandage.
All right, you feel good. You feel real good.
So, there wouldn't happen to be a window in this room, would there?
No, but there is a second exit.
Well, that seems like a good place to put on all of my clothes again and take my, well, before I go to the second exit, I guess with the sink being in here, I can clean part of myself because it was kind of caked in blood, probably.
Well, not caked yet, hasn't dried yet, but yes, you're
Okay.
pretty bloody.
Okay, so I'm gonna clean the blood off my naked body, at least upper body, because he took his shirt off. But
Yep.
after my upper body's nice and clean, I try it on something, and then I put the shirt back on over my bandage, and I'm gonna take my bag and my bird and go out the second exit.
Before you do
Oh.
that, give me a perception roll, please.
Man, I'm rising so high I can only fall.
You hear a strange noise, like a chittering, and you turn around and there's a monkey on the tattoo chair holding a note card, and he looks kind of shocked that you see him.
Why would he be shocked that I see him? He wouldn't happen to be. I approach him slowly and I grab the bird out of the cage.
As you step towards him, he drops the note card and screeches at you and begins to vanish. What do you do?
I vanish the bird also, and I'm like, yeah, you're not the only one who can vanish animals, you piece of shit. And I magically vanish the bird in my sleeve. Not before giving it a nice little, scritch under the head to be like, you'll be safe here. And I magically
Alright,
vanish
roll
the bird.
roll me a sleight of hand check.
Oh. I knew it.
You stuff the bird into your sleeve, but it's worming around in there, and it definitely isn't enjoying the experience. Also, the monkey has vanished completely now.
Okay,
You're not entirely sure if it actually was ever there, but the note card it had is still there.
yeah. First order of the day, I'll shake the bird out of my sleeve. And I'm like, oops, yeah, sorry, this normally goes better than this. Believe me, I'll put it back in the cage and I don't know, leave it to cool off its temper for a little. And then I'm going to look at the note card.
The bird chirps at you very, very aggressively and is spraying feathers around the cage.
Yeah. He'll get over it. What's the note card say?
It's an address, and the same words repeated that you found on the post-it note on your mask. You know what to do.
I don't have the chainsaw anymore, do I?
Nope, that's at home.
And I don't have the axe anymore either.
Nope, that was dropped in the parking lot.
Yeah. So, certainly, what I feel like I need to do is I'm gonna have to put on a bang and show for these people with my deck of cards and my bird. But no show would be complete without little special effects every now and again, And I feel like to maybe give it a little bit of flair, there wouldn't be anything in this here place that would have a very strong cooling effect, would there?
Give me a roll, please. Nope.
I can't find anything. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't find anything helpful in here.
Nope. You feel
Uh,
like you have exhausted the possibilities of this tattoo parlor.
I feel like the DM wants me to go into the next room. I'm gonna pick up my bird and say nice things to him. And
He still looks sulky.
yeah, I'll maybe get him something nice to eat. Some bird crackers, who knows?
Also, cheers, Josh already. No, was it Josh that got the 3 6s in a row? Or was it Rainiel?
No, I think it was
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was me.
Josh already summoned the devil once.
Yeah, then he immediately rolled a 1 because that's what happened.
So
So
you leave through the second exit, which leads into another tattoo room, which also is empty right now.
hmm.
And as you leave that room, you see the nurse, the receptionist, still trying to open the door to the room you were in, but she doesn't seem to notice you as you step out.
Taking your sweet time opening that door.
So I'm gonna, I guess, go out. Don't try to not attract the attention of the nurse. And I know that tattoo studios are always very well known. Well, no, that's probably not a good idea to give something like that to a bird. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave this tattoo studio for good. Because honestly, I'm not that interested in getting a tattoo, and I don't know what came over me to get in here. So, with bird in hand and address in mind, I leave the tattoo studio, and
You're still in the Greater Mall.
yeah, I'm just wondering what sort of shop would I have to go to, like chemist or something, to get something like dry ice.
You can buy dry ice in an apothecary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna go into an apothecary, and I'm gonna, buy myself some dry ice.
All right. Since you've been walking through this mall for a while, you've cottoned on to the layout. So I'm gonna give you a skill bonus to your roll to find the apothecary.
I live here now. I do live here now.
You do live here now. With that roll, you have complete understanding of this mall, and you will never have to roll again to find a store.
I've reached mall enlightenment. I hover in the mall and I just point towards the apothecary, and I'm like, "There, son." I don't know. I'm in the apothecary now.
Yes.
Do I immediately, I guess I'm gonna ask the cashier, "Hey, do you have some dry ice? Can I buy some?"
The clerk looks at you. How much do you need?
I mean, how much do you have? Like, I feel like I'm gonna need quite a bit.
We have like blocks this big, and he holds his hands about the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah, give me like 3 of those.
All right.
That
He
should do it probably.
excuse me. He goes into the back and takes a while, but after a while he comes back with a well-wrapped package in a temperature bag
Hmm.
and hands it to you. That'll be $100.
Sure, I take 100 of my $500 and slam it on the table. You wouldn't also happen to have some sort of mixing container where you can, like, we can put things in, then close it, close like a valve on it or something, and then after mixing is complete, just open it and like let something like a closable mixing container is all I would need.
I think you want a hardware store, sir.
Okay, I just thought since you might be getting up to some chemistry stuff in here, but yeah, thanks.
We,
for the
we
help.
do have that stuff, but not for sale.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I want to go ask a hardware store. Everyone likes the Everyone is John game for realistic mall conversation simulator.
As you leave the store, you spy down a level, just exiting the big general store, a bunch of dudes in hockey pads and jerseys carrying vast amounts of alcohol, and
They're probably
Chatting.
gonna have fun.
chatting raucously with each other.
They'll probably get up to some silly shenanigans and it will have nothing to do with me.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, we already established. I also find the hardware store then.
Yep.
Okay, I also done the same thing. I need some sort of container that lets you, mix two things, close them, then open it later, like with a valve or something, preferably.
Give me a roll.
A D6?
D6, yes. You manage to explain it well enough to the guy that he understands you. He looks kind of quizzically at you, but he's an old iron, and he's run that hardware store since before the mall was there. It was like literally built around his store. He wouldn't want to leave. He wouldn't leave.
It's a hardware store.
And he finds you a container with a valve.
Okay, just question on the side. Do you have like somewhere to get water here? Either drinking fountain or like just a straight up water valve or something? I'm gonna just need a bit of water in this.
1 second, please. What are you looking for?
Just somewhere to get water, I guess. Do you have like a water valve, or do you know if there's a drinking fountain nearby? Or I'm gonna need water in this container, so.
He points to the big fountain outside of his store, and that's the same fountain you were drinking just a moment ago. Water's still kind of pink.
The best color. I thank him very much. Oh, how much is the container? I wouldn't want to steal from him in this game of Everyone is John, where we only do responsible things.
He takes $50 from you.
I understand. I guess Raynal dropped. Raynal?
Yeah, Rainiel had to go, sadly.
Okay. Yeah. I go out to the fountain. I fill some water into my container. Then I also put some dry ice in there and close it and let some fog build up, and have now built myself an impromptu fog machine.
I'm gonna say you still have to successfully use it to fulfill your goal.
I wasn't really part of the goal, but I guess I'm gonna give it like a test run. I put one of the fog pellets in there and see if it works with it. I have
Roll
3 of them.
roll me 1d6 to see if you did it right. Yes, you did. Ding 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 ding.
Dang.
I reached my goal by playing like a lame loser and not doing anything interesting. Someone take the control from me, please.
Actually, since Rainiel just left and we're approaching the 2-hour mark, I was gonna ask if you guys want to just stop at this point.
I mean, sure.
Josh?
I'm just.
I could go on for a bit more if people want, but I don't know. It's we can stop too.
I could go on.
Yeah, like I could go on too. I see why you want to maybe cut it short here with like a player less. I don't think a whole lot of like too terribly interesting or bizarre stuff has happened here yet. So I feel like there could definitely be some more unfolding taking place in that regard. But yeah, I could also go on, but
So wait, no one feels like very strongly either way? We could just roll for it.
roll for
I honestly think if the sentiment for keeping going isn't very strong, we're just gonna end it here.
I think that's fair.
oh,
Alrighty, so this session is gonna be a little short.
shorter than last one anyway.
Yeah.
Overlength too.
Yeah, how long was the
Uh,
last session? Like
3 hours.
3? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I hope you still enjoyed it, everybody.
Oh yeah, this was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sadly, this time we did not beat up our dad and then shoot a giant bear. And
Yeah,
then
we didn't get to do some really bizarre stuff, but
yeah.
what else?
And we didn't. No one ate a dog.
Nope.
Yep.
Whoever
So-
would do such a thing, I do not know. But
So
Such is the life of John.
to determine the winner, it is Ghost again with 3 points.
Woo!
why am I
Because-
really good at the really dumb games?
Yeah. Rainiel's skills this time around were chemical engineering and nyaning.
Yeah.
chemical,
I-
en- chemical engineering? Okay.
Yeah. I treated nyaing as a kind of charm skill.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Her goals were get somebody to nya with me before I punch them in the face, which she fulfilled. Goal 2 was find a fursuit and put it on. Goal 3
Oh,
was
God.
find a way to have animal features. Ghost skills were sleight of hand and skateboarding.
They were specifically sleight of hand magic tricks in skateboarding.
Skateboarding
But
is a
it-
great skill. Should have thought of that.
He had as his goals buy a bird and make a fog machine, which he fulfilled. And the third goal was become mysterious magical superhero. Yash's skills were martial arts and discipline. His goals were win a game, get a decent job, and slay a dragon. Logical
Nice.
logical progression there.
Yeah, got a job, slay a dragon, classic. It's really the hero with 1,000 faces all over again.
Totally. And then those skills were everyman and big muscles. And his goals were pee in a pool, give self a tattoo, and rescue someone from a burning building.
Yay.
That's why I wanted to go to the pool store.
Yeah, well, I was
Because-
gonna go to the pool at first, but then I was like, hold on, if there's sporting goods, maybe there's like an empty indoor pool here, and then I can get off on a technicality and just pee in an empty indoor pool.
Sorry.
So that was my plan, but it didn't work out.
That would have been pretty fucking good. But
Yeah, just standing in the middle of the store peeing in an empty pool. And then stabbing yourself with a fucking drill.
Alrighty, everybody say goodbye to Chad.
Goodbye to
Goodbye,
Chad.
Chad.
Nice to chat.
Marco.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Someone cut the fucking stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut as soon as they say polo. They're probably not gonna hear this part. There we go.